Good morning, mister. Come on.
Yeah, we know every crawl, buddy.
Oh, Mr. Reg.
Yeah.
That box doing up there. Alarm on. Okay, but this is like my favorite part of our kitchen. Looks like a cabinet. It's our pantry. Needs to be organized. Lots of stuff from our baby registry coming in, which is really exciting, but it's definitely very cluttered right now. I also love the deep drawers, which is where we keep our plates and bowls. Still organizing a bit. Tea and coffee. I got these tea boxes. This one's all decaf and I need to get some more caffeinated. But I have so much of raspberry leaf pregnancy tea because it's supposed to be good while you're pregnant and help like not tear when you give birth and stuff. But I've been loving Earl Grey in the morning. I'm allowed to have up to like 200 milligrams of caffeine a day as a preggo lady. You guys had so many questions about pregnancy that I feel like I'm just going to answer them throughout the day. I don't want this to be too hot. Okay. So I'll just kind of answer them throughout the day as I get my shit done. I just remembered I need to take my meds. Okay. Also, this was one of the questions, was what prenatals I was taking. These new chapter ones, and these are like one of the only ones. They were recommended by a friend who is a mom of 2, and she really liked these ones, and I do too because they don't make me crazy nauseous like some others did. But the only thing about these is you have to take them 3 times a day, which kind of seems like a lot, you know? So I keep saying I'm going to look for another one, but I'm like, it's also like, they're working fine, so I just take these. So do breakfast, lunch, and dinner essentially with that. Then my doctors wanted me to get on baby aspirin because with twins I'm technically a high risk pregnancy. So I feel like this is preventing, I don't want to say the wrong thing, like I forget if it's like gestational diabetes or preeclampsia or neither of those, but I have to take these. And I was really nervous to start taking these along with my Lexapro, just because I was like, I don't know, like I feel like putting it in your body, like something in your body, I was just like getting really in my head about it as far as health of the babies. But I talked to a lot of different medical people about it, which made me feel a lot better, and they were all very pro. Aspirin is also surprisingly more like natural than you would think. It's like the main ingredient is like this root. But so I'm feeling like not as anxious about it, but also could be because I got back on my anxiety medication, which I'm taking now. I started in the second try back up again. And I'm on a lower dose, 10 milligrams. I guess that is kind of what I was starting to take back on before, just to keep things sane. There's a couple questions about that I'll like go through more in depth, and that was like a big decision for me to get back on that too while pregnant, because I was just, I don't know, I've just been so paranoid and nervous that I'm going to do something that is going to affect the babies negatively. It's really hard to do with something hot. Good morning. Would you like to lick up the rest of my bowl? Okay, I've been, for my bump, I feel like half the things online are like pregnancy stretch marks are genetic, like there's nothing you can do, and then half the things say there's options. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna try it while I feel like it's worth a shot to try it to help, even if it doesn't help, because it's not gonna hurt. But this is the bump. The baby's in there. They've been kicking a lot lately, especially at nighttime. Like after dinner, I feel like they get rowdy. One's down here and one's up here. So I definitely feel baby A way more, but I'm starting to feel both of them. Today they are the size, let's see, last week they were grapefruits. I think they're bananas this week. I've been using the Flow app to track, but it's definitely got a little bump, a little bumpy bump now. But yeah, so as far as stretch marks, I've been using, I've been putting hyaluronic acid on, and then I've been kind of switching off belly oils and creams. This one's from Hatch Mama, which I learned about this brand as I got pregnant, and I really like it. They have really cute maternity clothes that I need to pull the trigger on. I have some in my cart right now. They're a little pricey, but I feel like my stuff's starting to get tight, so I need to get some maternity options. But yeah, so I've been whoa, using this oil, and I've been putting it all over my belly, and like I won't do this part on camera, but on my boobs, and then like kind of like inner thighs, butt area, because that's like all the main spots where you expand. But I'll start answering some questions. I feel like the most popular one by far was, do twins run in our family? Like, was this a surprise kind of thing? And twins, like, I don't know if you would count it as running in our family. Some people responded saying they do switch generations, but Dave's great grandma was a twin, and then I have a great aunt that was a twin. And then also, like, not in my lineage, but like the same side where that great aunt was, I have like a third cousin that had twins recently. So I feel like they kind of do, but not crazy. Like, it was definitely very much a surprise to us when we found out it was twins, but we're super excited. I also, like, weirdly have always had so many twin friends and just twins in my life. Like, I don't know, I just love them. I used to really want to be a twin. I mean, who didn't, with like Mary Kate and Ashley and like Tia Tamara, but no, I'm really, really excited. And also, for anybody who's into astrology, Dave and I are both Geminis, which is the twin sign. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but either way, we're just really, really excited for our babies, and just feel really, really lucky. I know a lot of people struggle to conceive in the first place, and the fact that we get to have two, I just like, I really don't take it for granted, and it's scary, it's intimidating, but it's just truly, we feel beyond lucky and beyond blessed. Not a brother just like sprinted up the stairs. Dave's foam rolling, stretching for his game, but I ran down and made him take bump pictures of me. These are actually pretty cute. This one's still loading. But I got this camera specifically to take like bump updates. Oh my god, I'm so out of breath. Specifically to take bump updates, but then this is literally the first time I've done it. I'm 21 weeks. I just like, I don't know. It's harder than it sounds to do it every week, but I think I want to start trying now. I've been better at documenting just on my phone in daily life, but I do want to start a collection of these and just kind of like watch it grow. These are actually so cute. Oh my gosh. Mother of two. Just me and my babes. I just can't believe I have two babies in there. That is so wild. Okay, time to get ready for the gym. I haven't ordered, I have like one pair of, I haven't ordered any maternity workout clothes besides like one pair of shorts, so I'm trying to just see if I'll fit into my other old stuff. I don't know, this one looks a little too small. I feel like I need to try a different one. Jumpsuits have been working for me. Okay, I'm going jumpsuit, but I do think it's time for me to order new maternity workout clothes. All right. She tight. She's gonna work. Cute. Set it is, and then I'm gonna wear my Lulu sneaks. This onesie's from Revolve, by the way. I love it. Lulu sneaks. My underwear's like riled up in these. How do I fix that? Of course, right after I put the jumpsuit on, I had to pee. I'm about to go work out, but I'll answer a few questions before. Also, I'm fucking obsessed with Stanley, and I feel like that is like the most like, oh, hot fucking take. But no, like I feel like I was anti-Stanley forever because it was just everywhere. And I was like, how good can this water bottle be? And then Dave and I just one day pulled the trigger and we both got it, and now we're literally addicted to our Stanleys. We're obsessed. But I'll answer some questions, a few more before I go in. Since I am going to work out, I feel like one of the big ones was how has my workout routine changed, and just like questions about my workout style and stuff like that. So I'll give you like the spiel of how I've been doing. So first try was really rough. I feel like I was sick and I was so nauseous and tired like the entire time throughout my first try that it was really hard for me to get myself to work out. And I was trying to listen to my body, and I felt like mentally I was torn if I was like listening to my body too much, if I wasn't enough, and that kind of thing. So I really focused on, if I did work out, it was more lower impact workouts, Pilates style, and I would try and get my steps in as much as possible. That was like my main goal. Now that I'm in second try, I've been feeling so much better, thankfully, not as nauseous, and I feel like I just the past few weeks finally started to get a good rhythm of my routine. I am in the process of getting pre and post natal certified. So obviously I'm a certified personal trainer, but I'm trying to get more well-versed in the knowledge around women specific pre and postnatal fitness. One, it's really interesting to do it while I'm on this journey myself, and two, to help you guys and to just have more educational, knowledgeable workouts and content that we can share with you guys. But it's really interesting going through it while actually being pregnant. So doing that, and then I also got a trainer for once a week that is pre and postnatal certified, so that way I can ask her a million questions when I work with her and kind of have a little bit more hands-on experience as I'm creating my own like routine and program for prenatal. So now I do feel like I'm finally in a good routine. We'll see what happens. I still try and listen to my body as much as possible. That has been interesting, just because I do still get really tired, even though I'm not as nauseous anymore. I definitely have noticed myself not have the energy and bandwidth that I used to. But I've been trying. I used to be like a 5 to 6 day a weeker worker outer, if that makes sense. And now I feel like I'm more like 4 days-ish a week is what I do, and then I'll try and get my steps in because I take Maverick for walks every single day, and I feel like that really helps, and getting outside is really great. But I've been focusing on strength training, functional fitness, just to really help with recovery, staying strong for these babies during and after. Kind of keep joking that it's like my bulking season. Like I'm really just trying to like gain a lot of muscle during this time since I'm eating so much more too. I'm like, might as well. But yeah, so focusing on that, and then lower impact stuff. So Pilates style, bar style, and just making the adjustments when needed. Like I said, I'm getting certified in the prenatal side of things, so it's been really interesting to make those adjustments myself as I'm going to these classes. And I also always tell the teacher beforehand that I am pregnant, and it's also kind of obvious now, you can see it, just so they know, and they usually will call out modifications, which is nice because you're not supposed to do like a lot of stuff on your back or like twisting kind of thing. So I just do modifications into like standing abs or holding a plank and making sure that my stomach isn't doing that coning thing or anything like that. And then also focusing on, like today, for example, I'm going to do 12-3-30, which is an incline walk for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to focus on deep core strength. So I'm going to be doing some core exercises, which honestly are low-key boring, but they're really important and really good for you. So I'm trying to incorporate those into my routine. I'll do a little bit when I do regular workouts, like on the daily, but I'm trying to also do specific workouts for those so that I can really strengthen that. But sometimes they're just like super slow, super controlled. So sometimes I do get like bored, but you know, I gotta do it. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and basically I've had to just figure out how to give myself a little bit more grace and listen for somebody who I really like to have a regimented routine since I work for myself and work from home. Like I like to schedule my days so that I can be as productive as possible and like not even productive, just efficient, not really waste time. And it's hard when sometimes I just feel so drained and I'm trying to learn how to listen to my body and really work when I have the energy and then give myself rest when I don't. So that's been an interesting thing to try and figure it out. And I know I'm privileged getting to work from home instead of having to go into the office for this stuff, but it's still been interesting trying to figure out how to stay on top of my shit while giving myself like grace for growing two humans, you know. But that's like the long-winded spiel on my fitness routine so far, and hopefully, and I'll have a bunch of stuff that I'll be able to share with you guys. I'm going to be sharing my workouts throughout the rest of my pregnancy, and have a lot of pre and postnatal stuff for you guys to take as well. Were you pregnant before the wedding? No, I actually got my period the day after the wedding. Sorry if that's TMI for y'all, but I was like a week late on my period, and I swear I was going to get it the day of my wedding, and then I got it the day after, which thank goodness, but still. We got pregnant on our honeymoon though, which I know is so crazy and lucky, and I really didn't think it was going to happen that fast. We were planning on trying right after I went off my birth control about 5 months before the wedding, and my Lexapro. I know you guys have a lot of questions about that too, but we were trying, so we were going to start on the honeymoon. I was ovulating, all of that, and then yeah, I don't know how we got it first try, which is it still baffles me, but yeah, you could really say the honeymoon was a success. I also like hate talking about it because it's like we're literally talking about me and Dave having sex, you know. But yeah, it was a natural conception. Once again, I know a lot of people struggle, so I just feel like I have a little bit of guilt and anxiety anytime I talk about it because I feel really lucky. But I know so many people do struggle and suffer loss and infertility issues, and I really am praying for you guys, and I don't take it for granted that we have these babies, so I'm praying for you. So it was a surprise that we got pregnant that quickly, but we were planning on it. Yeah, I'll just touch on that Lexapro too then. So I don't know why I had it in my head that I shouldn't be on Lexapro while I was trying to get pregnant or while I was pregnant. And I think I was just like, oh, I don't want anything in my system, like anything that could prevent me from getting pregnant or affect the babies once I am. And this was not a direct suggestion from my doctor for fertility in any way. It was just something I got stuck in my head. I've weaned myself off Lexapro before with a doctor's supervision, so I just did the same thing again, and I went off of it. And then after I started seeing some OBs, I saw one in Nashville before I moved, and now I have another one here in Boston, obviously. I've talked to both of them about it, and they suggested I get back on it. It was actually kind of funny. The first one was like, are you on any anxiety medication? Or like, have you ever been? And I was like I think she could really tell that I was anxious as fuck. I was like, why? Can you tell now that I'm anxious. And she was like, I really think you should get back on it. It's, or she didn't really say it that pushy, but she was like, if you want to, you can get back on it. It's totally pregnancy safe. And I was like, oh wow, I'm really surprised. I just didn't think you could be on it for some reason. She's like, no, it's actually better for the babies. Like if you are really stressed and anxious, your babies will feel that, and that is really bad for them. So I still was kind of nervous for some reason, so I waited until second trimester to get on, and now I'm on a low dose of 10 milligrams, and it has been so helpful for my anxiety, especially with moving to a different state, like all the way across the country from my family, and being pregnant with twins. I just feel like there is a lot going on, and it's been nice to be back on that. So for anybody wondering why I went off, why I went back on, that's kind of the spiel. I don't know why I decided to make the medical decision for myself prior going off, but I am glad I went back on. And also, I am really nervous about postpartum. I've talked to you guys about my history with depression before, and it's just something that I'm super anxious about. Like, I know I'm so prone to depression since I've struggled with it, and I'm really scared for that point. So I'm hoping that getting on medications, even at a lower dose, will be kind of like a way to ease myself into that period and help a little bit. A lot of moms have messaged me saying that it has helped them a lot with postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression. So yeah, that's another reason I decided to get back on it. But everybody has their own journey, their own opinion, and this is what I did, what I think was best for me, for our babies, after talking to so many different medical professionals and my close friends and family to make that decision. So that's my spiel on that. But I think I'm gonna go work out now, and then I'll answer some more questions afterwards. I think I'm gonna get Starbucks after too.
1 hour later.
Workout complete for the day. Actually, I'm gonna order my Starbucks right now. I did 12-3-30, which is 12 incline, 3 speed, 30 minutes, and then I did some deep core work and stretching. Now I'm gonna order myself a little Starbies, and I'll answer some more questions. Okay, let's go through some of the other questions. Are you planning on having a gender reveal? / when did you find out about the gender? So we found out about the gender, I feel like it was like 12 weeks. So we've known for a while now. And yes, we did a gender reveal. I think I'll share this week on Sweat and Tell. We were just like so excited to find out the gender. And once you find out the gender, it's like, I already felt so connected to the babies, but finding out the gender is just, it's so special. So we got the gender in a little envelope. I made sure they didn't tell me in person because Dave and I wanted to find out at the same time. And then I took it straight to a bakery that put it in 2 cupcakes. And then Dave and I just took a bite out of the cupcakes together. Just us two. We recorded our reaction. Sorry, I'm not gonna burp. And then we FaceTimed our families right after. We FaceTimed his family first, and then my family, and then we sent photos to the rest of our friends. Sorry, my little sister's calling me. Hi. What?
I was just reading your text. Dude, I love all the updates you're getting. Like,
Yeah, I know.
killing me.
It's fucking funny. I'm also vlogging right now, and I just answered your call. I'll pause this for a sec.
Wait, you're what?
Vlogging, say hey.
Oh.
Just scarfed down a bacon and Gouda breakfast sandwich. Oh my god, I'm so burpy. I'm sorry. These were like in college. Whenever I would go out the next morning, I would get these. So it's really funny to me that I've been obsessed with these during my pregnancy. It's like, okay, it's either a hangover food or a pregnancy food, which I guess the symptoms low-key are kind of similar. And then this has been another favorite of mine. It's half green tea, half lemonade, and it's just so good. So refreshing. But yeah, the gender reveal was really fun to FaceTime our families, and we have like a cute little video of that too. Kudos to those who don't figure out the gender. I don't know how, I could never not do that. Like if I know there's information I need to know. What was the bigger surprise? Pregnancy or the twins? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I knew we were obviously trying to get pregnant, but I really didn't think we'd get pregnant that quickly. So that was quite a surprise. But then the twins thing was probably the biggest shock. Like it was funny too, because I kept joking. I was like, what if it's twins? Like, what if it's twins? And then of course it was twins. But we went in for our ultrasound at 8 weeks. So we found out about Boston that week. And Dave found out, like, he left 2 days after we found out, and then I had my ultrasound. So he didn't get to go to the first ultrasound, but I FaceTimed him right when he was finishing training. And I went into the ultrasound and I saw 2 like blobs on the screen. And I was like in my head, okay, that doesn't look like other ultrasounds I've seen. I thought something was up, but I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm not a medical professional. Wait for them to say something. But that is looking like, in my head, I was like, is that? No, like, is that twins? And then she goes, it's twins. And I literally, like, I think that was the biggest shock ever. I could not stop laughing. Like, I literally was like not stop laughing, and then I kept just being like, you're fucking kidding. You're like cussing in the ultrasound room. I was like, you're fucking joking. I was like, are you serious? Like, what? I just couldn't stop laughing. I don't know why. That was my like initial reaction. And I FaceTimed Dave too, and he was like, you're joking. Like, he thought I was joking. And I was like, I'm serious, look at the screen. But it was really exciting. And I feel like it really took me a while for that part to sink in. Like, pregnancy, I feel like I could right away accept, not, I feel like accept's the wrong word, but like acknowledge it. I don't know, it felt real. Whereas the twins, I was like, oh, I can't believe there's 2. Like, I can't believe there's 2 of them in there. It was crazy. So that one was probably the more surprise. And then I was so afraid all first try that something was gonna go wrong, but no, it was crazy. Initial shock was like wild. And then of course I did get kind of scared because I was also moving then and just being away from my family. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much work. We're definitely going to need help. This is gonna be so much more expensive. Just everything's going to be a little bit more complicated. Obviously it's a blessing, but like the reality of things too is really freaky, and I feel like I can't even think about it too much because it does make me a little scared. But yeah, it was crazy. I was so excited, and it was just such a shock. I'm still in shock. Like every day, like every other day, I feel like one of us, Dave and I, are like, I can't believe you have 2 babies in there. Like 2 babies. I feel like some of these are going out of order. Sorry. Did you have a feeling something was up? A friend of mine said she could almost sense her twins. Okay, since we are on the topic of like finding out, we got pregnant on our honeymoon. I think it was like the 3rd and the 4th were the conception dates. And then I took the test Christmas morning. But before then, I felt like I kind of knew. I don't know how, but I did feel slightly off. My boobs were a little tender. And then on the flight back from our honeymoon, this happened more than once, but this was the first time it happened. I had this like major hot and cold flash. Like, I woke up, I was sleeping on the plane, I woke up out of my slumber freaking out. Like, I was so hot, like I looked like I had jumped out of a pool, sweating bullets, was so nauseous, was like holding one of those bags, like trying to breathe, like felt like I was almost having like a panic attack. But I've had panic attacks before. I knew that's not what it was. It was like a nausea, sweaty, like it was so weird. And that lasted for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden I got freezing cold. So it was like opposite sensations, and I was shivering, and I had to put a blanket over me, and I was just, it was so strange. And immediately Dave looks at me, he's like, you're so pregnant. And I was like, how do you know? Like, this is not, I don't think this is a normal symptom of pregnancy. And then I don't know, I just felt like I knew something was off with my body, and I wanted to take a test, but Dave had gone to Arizona for a few days, so we wanted to wait to do it together. So he got back Christmas Eve, and then we went super early Christmas morning, got a test before everybody was awake, and took that, and then found out it was positive. We took 2 just to be sure, and I have a little video of that too. And then since we were with my family over Christmas, we put it in a little bag as if it was a gift, and then gave it to my parents at the end of unwrapping gifts. So it was like the final gift to open. So they opened it, and that's how we told them. And then we FaceTimed his family right away and told all of them. So I know it's super early to tell people too, but living far away from our families and just being really close, we knew we wanted to tell them right away. It would have been hard for at least me, to keep it a secret. And then if something, God forbid, did go wrong, I felt like we would have kind of needed their support to talk to them about it. So I know that's not everybody's choice to tell people right away. We waited a little bit longer for friends, but yeah, we told our family right away, and that was just like, I don't know, that was just the best Christmas ever. It was amazing getting to celebrate with my family.
It's fast colors and promises how to be brave.
But yeah, I told them right away. And then friends we told, honestly, like, well, Joe knew we were trying. So she texted me a few days after Christmas for an update, and I immediately FaceTimed her, and she was with her family, and I just told her whole family right away. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep it a secret from Joe either. So that was fun getting to tell them, and that was before we knew it was twins. And then first week of January is when we went in for the ultrasound and found out it was twins. And then after that, I was like, there's no fucking way I can keep this a secret. And I texted a bunch of my close friends and told them, and they were all like super excited. I have a funny video of their text responses too. Also, I wanted to do a cute video telling my friends that I was pregnant, you know, like I got the one of my fam, but I wanted to tell the rest of my friends, and I just couldn't keep my fucking mouth shut. There's no way I could keep it a secret. I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow.
So the most wild things to text somebody, but yeah, I just texted people that we were having twins, and everybody didn't believe me. They thought I was joking, or they just like were like, you're kidding. Do symptoms feel amplified with twins? Well, first pregnancy, so I don't have anything to compare it to, so I don't really know. First try was pretty rough as far as like being exhausted and nauseous, but second try I've been a lot better. Still pretty tired. I hear third try you get like it all comes back, so we'll see. But I don't have anything to compare it to. I do feel like I'm having a fair pregnancy compared to other experiences that I've heard. I'm kind of in the middle, it sounds like. Not the worst, not like the easiest, but definitely the second try has just been so much better compared to first. So I'm happy with how I'm feeling right now, and very grateful that I'm not worse. A lot of people have a much more challenging time pregnant, so the second try has been treating me pretty fairly well. Do you have names picked out? So we have a list going. I've had a list for a long time, and Dave of course nixed like 90% of the names. I feel like that's how it always goes. But we have a top 5 and a top 2. So we have 2 names that we really, really love. One is like 100% for sure. The second one, we are still testing out other ones, but we really, really like it. So I think we have the names, but not like 100% yet. We're still leaving a little wiggle room just in case we want to change it, but I do like the ones that we have picked out. They're really cute. It's a lot of pressure to name kids, and 2 of them too. I feel like all the names that I thought that we had talked about before that I thought we would do for a singleton were kind of nixed off the list once we found out it was 2, because we want them to sound good together as well. So we kind of had to restart our name list from scratch, but I like the ones that we have gathered and come up with. Okay, another big question was what have we already bought for the twins, and I've made my registry. I'm still adding to it, so I can do a roundup for you guys of the most recommended items and things that we are getting. We have gotten everything for our nursery so far, so I'll show you a sneak peek. It's like not nearly done. We literally have the light up and then there's just shit everywhere, but. So this is gonna be their room. We put that light up for them, and we have this lamp. This is the bassinet that's going to go in our room. I have like so much stuff everywhere here. We have their rug, another throw. This mirror is gonna go over the changing table dresser thing. We have 2 cribs coming that also can convert to bassinets and toddler beds. I went with nested cribs. And then I'm going to wallpaper the whole thing, I think, except for the ceiling. I want to get some drapes there. So it'll be, I think it'll turn out really cute. I'm excited. It's been fun to decorate, especially now that we know the genders. But yeah, long way to go, but everything has been ordered, so I can link pretty much everything too. I've been keeping track of everything that we ordered so that I can share it with you guys. And I've just been doing a ton of research on stuff and asking every mom friend that I have for their suggestions on what we actually need versus like what they don't think we need, what's just extra. Especially for this bassinet. Like I originally was gonna go with the snoo because everybody raves about the snoo, but it is super expensive. They're only in it for a short period of time, and I would have needed 2. So I went with this double one. A lot of people did respond saying that you can rent the snoo directly from the website. So if they don't like this, we might go that option. But a lot of people, like the reviews on this bassinet, the Halo bassinet, were amazing. And we've had a lot of responses from you guys too, saying it was great. And it still has like the little rocking, soothing thing. And you can get inserts for infants to make it smaller. But yes, long way to go in here, but I'm excited. We got this house knowing that I was pregnant, so we planned for the twins. Yeah, it's just exciting knowing this is gonna be their room. But yeah, that's a little sneak peek. I know it's not much because we still have a long way to go, but coming soon. Okay, I'll answer a few more questions, and then I need to set a timer and deep clean my house. That's like #1 priority today. I need to clean. I mean, you just saw the nursery. I still have so much of my shit in there, so I really need to get it cleaned out. And then Dave has a game tonight. Oh, I did just get, I got some dresses in the mail for possible baby shower outfits, so I'll try and try those on for you guys later. It's been really hard to figure out my size of things because with the bump, I feel like I wake up some days and it hasn't grown at all, and then I'll wake up one day and be like, I feel like it's doubled in size. So it's been interesting. And a few more questions. First try, how was first try? I feel like I kind of went over this, but it was pretty rough. I was so excited and happy, but it was just, I was nauseous and exhausted the entire time. I was also alone most of the time because Dave had already left for preseason, and I was wrapping up the house in Nashville and moving out here to Boston. So it was a big transition for that, and then the babies as well, adding on to it. Not complaining, but it definitely was a challenge. The nausea and just being lethargic 24/7 was really hard for me, and mentally too. So now that I'm in second try and feeling so much better, I feel very, very grateful for that. But whew, I underestimated how tough and how physically draining that first try was going to be. It really was a challenge. Kudos to all you mamas. When are you due? Okay, so my due date's August 27th, but my doctor says she probably will have me deliver before then, 37 weeks at the latest. Still TBD. Going to try and like see how my body's doing, how the babies are doing, all of that. But it'll probably be early just because it's twins. So we're looking like first or second weekend, or not weekend, I guess we could plan that, but we're looking probably second week of August is when I will have the babes. I have Dave's Normatec boots. He has a game tonight, so he's bootsing. Would you consider vaginal delivery, or are you having C-section? That's TBD as well. I really would love to do vaginal because I hear that recovery is a lot easier, but I just want to do whatever is safest for the babies and for me. A lot of times with twin pregnancy, it ends up being a C-section, so I'm kind of mentally preparing for that just in case, but both are an option. I got a bunch of things from Revolve, mostly for my baby shower options. I tried a few on already, not all of them. I like cannot figure out my sizing with this bump. Like I feel like it's changing every day, but I'll try some on for you guys so you can see. And then I think I need to reorder some in different sizes. There's a plastic bag stuck to the tree outside my window. But I need to order a couple other sizes and some as well. But baby shower is at my fam's house in NorCal, first weekend or second weekend, early May, which I'm really, really excited for. And my sisters and mom are planning it, so it'll be fun. And I get to see my fam and like besties and stuff again. So, all right. Okay, starting with a hard pass. This one, like, I honestly, it was kind of like a risky one because of the high side. I knew it could possibly be really short, but I thought it would be like cute with the bump and really, I don't know. I guess I could try a bigger size. I can't even turn around because my ass is out, and it comes with this little bow or like tie thing. I thought it could be cute in kind of a unique, you know, maternity dress, but I just feel like it's kind of unflattering. So fun color. This is a terrible bow, but fun color and still a fun dress if somebody like is interested in getting this dress. But I just feel like with my bump right now, it's not the vibe. This one, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's a similar waistline to the other dress. And this is like a detachable ribbon bow thing, but it's just not like, it's not giving what I want it to give, especially for the baby shower. I don't know if it's off the shoulder. It's kind of cute off the shoulder like that, but it's more of like an everyday. I feel like I could wear this everyday kind of dress. It's casual and cute. I don't know if it's like fully the most flattering, but I think it's still cute. And this one actually fits me. So TBD if I'll keep this one or not, but it's not the one for the baby shower. Also, I feel like there's a bunch of questions that I didn't answer, and off the top of my mind, one was what type of twins and if they're identical or fraternal. So I guess I'll just answer those here. So they're DD twins, which means they're in 2 separate sacs. We don't know if they are identical or fraternal yet, which also kind of gives a clue that they are the same gender. But we don't know if they're identical or fraternal yet because we don't know if it was from 2 separate eggs or if the eggs split. And my doctor said that we probably won't find out until close to birth or even after birth, which I'm dying to know if they're identical or fraternal, but most likely fraternal because just this type of twins, most of them are fraternal. This way I think the odds were like 70-30 or something like that, but most likely they are fraternal babies. Also, these are all from Revolve, and I'll be sure to link them in the description of this video. So in case you guys want to try any of them, you can. I really like this one. I feel like you can't see the bottom, but it has these cute little ruffles on it. It might be just a little tight for my size right now. I feel like this one I could size up just because it's a little tight around the bump, making everything else a little snug, but it's really, really cute. And I do feel like it's giving like summer, spring baby shower vibes. Just going through like the questions too. A few other ones were, was I tracking my ovulation? Yes, I was using the Flow app, and that's also what I have been using to track my pregnancy, which is really been interesting because it'll show like what fruits they are that week. It'll give some tips on like what they're developing, what my body's doing, stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. I feel like the sleeves are cute and it's comfy. I feel like if I sized up, it would be like really comfy because it is just a little snug. I think this one is mink pink. But like I said, I'll link them all for you guys. But this is just giving summer, whimsical, spring. I like the florals. I feel like you need a lower stance for these, but these obviously aren't really for the baby shower. I was just trying to get some cargo vibes. These are Free People. I just feel like they're, unless I wear them up here, the crotch is too long, so I would have to wear them at the waist, but I was kind of looking for a pair that I could rock with the belly a little bit and wear like tucked in shirts or belly out, like summer vibes. So I don't know if we'll keep these, but they're pretty comfy, pretty cute. They also have a jean version, which was sold out. That's why I got the white, but the white is kind of a vibe. But that's it for the haul today. I know you guys have more questions, so I'll try and answer as many as I can just throughout the whole pregnancy. We do Q&As every week on our Instagram, so feel free to submit your questions there. There'll be more vlogs and answers coming your way, but thank you guys again for all of your support and the sweet messages about the babies. Dave and I are so excited. Also, if you like this video, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. Love you guys.